and I'm here to narrate an interesting story for you all today. So sit back, relax and enjoy and turn on your listening ears really well. The story that I'm going to narrate today is The Dragon Who Was Scared of Flying. Once upon a time, there lived a dragon called Dennis. He lived in a cave high up in the mountain. And next to his cave lived his friends, his family, that is brothers and sisters, everyone. Now, you would all think that Dennis was a very happy dragon, right? Well, unfortunately, he was a very sad and lonely dragon. The reason was he was very scared of flying. All the other dragons would set off on adventures early in the morning every day. But Dennis just stayed back in his cave because he was very scared of flying. After the dragons went, he would go to the edge of the mountain and he would try to flap his wings. But as soon as he saw down from the steep mountain, he felt very giddy and very nauseous, and he just quickly came back to his cave. And after coming back, he would just chase a few bats that were flying inside. In the evening, the other dragons who had gone for adventure would come back and say, "I saved the princess today," one dragon would say. Another dragon would say, "I fought against a one-eyed monster and I won." "What did you do, Dennis?" the other dragons would ask him. Dennis would say, I chased the bats. That's all, nothing more." And he would be very sad. The other dragons would burst out laughing. Dennis's sister tried hard to teach him how to fly, but every time Dennis flapped his wings, somehow his feet always seemed glued to the ground. The other dragons found it really funny and they would laugh at Dennis. Dennis felt really very bad and very sad. One day, all the dragons went for an adventure. Dennis decided he would not stay in his cave and he wanted to go out on an adventure himself, not by flying, by walking. He walked and he went to the other side of the mountain. After a while, he could see some colorful tents far away down by the valley, and he could also hear music drifting to his ears. He wanted to go and check out that place, so he ran and finally went to that place. It seemed like a totally new world with lots of exotic creatures. There was one four-legged creature that let out a big roar. Another creature that had stripes all over its body and fierce teeth. And there were few other creatures that seemed very hairy. They had long tails and they swung from one place to another. You must have guessed what creatures I'm talking about by now. Lion, tiger and monkeys. Well, Dennis was not aware of those creatures. The other creatures also surrounded Dennis and they looked at him. He seemed quite amusing to them because he had a slimy body, a few prickles and a wobbly tail. They slowly started giggling at him. Dennis felt very uncomfortable. But suddenly he heard two friendly voices. He turned around and a man came and said, "Hello there. Welcome to Jumbo Circus. I'm Tony the Clown and this is Tina the tightrope walker." Tina was another girl who was next to Tony and she said, "Hello there, I'm Tina the tightrope walker. Who are you?" Dennis said, "I'm Dennis the dragon." Tina asked, "Oh, that's really wonderful. Would you be able to fly? That would be a great addition to our circus." Dennis said, "Fly? I'm very scared of flying. I cannot fly." As soon as he said that, all the other creatures burst out laughing. Tina said, "Come on, don't you guessed, he must be having some other talent. Let us ask him. Dennis, is there anything else that you can do? Asked Tina. Dennis said, I can breathe fire. Well, that would be a great addition to our circus, said Tony and Tina together. You can do the fire eating and fire breathing act for a circus. Dennis was very excited. He started practicing right away. And soon in a few days, he made lots of friends in the circus. However, Tina was a very special friend for Dennis because she always spoke kind words. And sometimes she also tried motivating him, telling him to fly. However, he could not fly well. But Tina always said, don't worry, Dennis. One day you will surely fly. And soon, Dennis's fire-eating act became a big hit. People from far and near came just to watch him perform his act. And one day, it was a usual circus night and people had gathered around for a show. Dennis had just finished his fire-eating act and he was sitting in a corner enjoying a nice cool ice cream because his throat felt very hot after performing all those fire-eating acts. And he watched Tina, the tightrope walker. She was way up high trying to balance on a rope that was tied between two poles. Tina was nicely balancing and walking, but all of a sudden her feet slipped. Dennis watched her and his heart almost skipped a beat. He wanted to save Tina. What if Tina fell down and got hurt? He just thought quickly and he started flapping his wings. And without even realizing, he flew way up high. And Tina, just as she fell, she landed on Dennis's back. She clung on to Dennis really tightly. Dennis flew safely down to the ground. All the people who were watching this, they started clapping their hands. They thought it was all part of an act. They did not realize that Tina had actually slipped. Tina whispered in Dennis's ears, "Thank you very much, Dennis. You saved my life today." Dennis was overjoyed, not only because he had saved Tina on that day, but finally because he had learned how to fly. So from that day onwards, he was not scared of flying. He became very good and he decided to stay back in the circus. However, he went quite frequently to visit his friends and family who lived in the caves on the mountains. We all can relate this story with our lives. Many times you might see your friends doing much better than you in some way or the other. Don't worry, your time will come soon. Just because you are slow doesn't mean you are bad. And when you see your friends struggling with something, don't mock or criticize them. Try to motivate them so that they can also do really well later. So I hope you all enjoyed this story, children. See you all soon.